So, in number 11, it says, it can be inferred from the use of the quotation marks in line 19 that the author of passage 2 would most likely. Well, let's look at how he's using the quotation. In line 19, it says, most of the empty land in the United States, for example, either grows the food essential to our well being or supplies us with raw materials. So he's basically saying, like, those who would say this land is empty, with air quotes around it, right, are missing the fact, right, that it's not empty, right? It doesn't have people in it, but it does have natural resources and raw materials. There is stuff there that we need, right? So it isn't empty, in quotes, right? So let's look at our answer choices. A, criticize passage 1 for overstating the nature of a problem. Well, again, passage 1 doesn't quite overstate the problem, and if anything, it's trying to understate the problem, right? It's saying people think there's a problem, but there's not. It's not that we don't actually have a problem, right? That's what passage 1 is trying to say. So, yeah, passage 1 doesn't overstate. How about B? Take issue with passage 1 for failing to acknowledge a change in population patterns. Well, I don't think it's talking about population patterns, right? Like how people are moving in different areas, and yeah. So, yeah, I don't really like B for that reason. It's not nowhere are we talking about population patterns. We're talking about like the empty space not actually being empty, right? There's stuff there. So let's go to C. Disagree with the characterization in passage 1 of certain regions. This could be, right, because passage 1 says that we have a lot of empty space, right, that people could take up. But passage 2 would disagree with that characterization and say, no, there's actually stuff there that we need and we can't just fill it with people. So I think C is pretty good. Let's go to D. Endorse the solution to a problem advanced in passage 1. Well, first of all, I don't think passage 1 really gives us a solution to the problem. Passage 1 is just saying, there is no problem. Don't worry about it, right? There's plenty of space for people to live, right? That's not really a solution, so I don't like D for that reason. Let's go to E. Concur with the specific theory briefly mentioned in passage 1. Well, passage 2, right, does not concur with passage 1. Passage 2 is actually directly against the opinion in passage 1, so I don't think E makes much sense. I like C. Passage 2 would disagree would disagree with how that empty space is characterized in passage 1. Yeah, absolutely. C.